We'll see
You don't
what
need to
happens.
apologize. I know people act differently when they're hurt, and I know you think that I betrayed you, and it wasn't. I listened to you, and that was the impression I got. And I didn't realize that you wanted to stay to do something else with it. And I don't know how this thing works. I don't know what the big, like, if you win, if it does anything. I just thought that, hey, you're in here, and you've already won. That's the whole point.
I know you did. I know you did.
And I kept saying that, I'm like, you've won. What's?
Who did you know it's going to be a good night?
And when I leave, I already feel like I won. It's like, hey, I'm here. I am having a good time, and I didn't know it was going to get like that last night.
Some would love you to.
It does.
And I was, you
It's
know.
going to get 10 times worse.
Well, I'm sorry it is,
It's going to get so bad.
but I want you to remember, like, people would die to look like you. If you look at everybody, look, I mean, you're a beautiful girl, and you think that it rides on 3 weeks of your life? Seriously.
I don't know.
You don't know? I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself to, and I promise you, I didn't do it because I don't like you. Because I do, and I've told everybody, like, I think she's a really good girl. And I was really worried last night. I was like, I think you misunderstood what I was doing. I'm not a mean person. There's no way I'd listen to your story and react and tell you how, like, it was a touching story. I was like, listen, and everything I heard,
I knew you didn't mean it intentionally at all. That's why
it's so
bad.
I know. And listen,
Of all the people in the house, I felt the closest to you.
when I saw your reaction, I'm like, oh my God, she just thinks I betrayed her, and that's not what I was doing. I interpreted that you wanted to be here because of your son to get paid for doing this show. Then,
No, but that had happened already.
yeah, but that's, so I thought that you had obtained your goal. You're like, I called up and I wanted to be here. And so I was like, okay, you have what you want, right? I kept saying, you have what you want. You're here, you've already won. And then if you had said, I need to stay on as long as possible because it enhances my chances of doing what I want, which I don't even know what you want to do. I would have never done that. Do you think I'm like that mean that I'm like, oh, okay, I just heard that you like poured your heart out to me in the first eviction. I'm going to evict somebody that I actually spoke to and told me an incredible, inspiring story, and I'm going to nominate her?
That's what it felt like.
What? I'm not that evil. Hey, come here. Seriously. Listen, I'm not an like, I'm like worried about you. Hey. I've spoken to maybe a lot that I'm like, okay, I really had a connection with them, and one of them was you. And when I just tossed you out because it just makes no sense. And Martin wouldn't do it either, unless he thought he was doing you a favor and he thought you wanted to go. And you'll be the first one to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I read what you're telling me wrong.
It's all good.
All right, anyway, come on. Hug it out, hug it out.
It's all good.